you guys and your body today. All right, let's get started in child's pose. So coming onto your mat, bring your big toes together, your knees out wide. Send your hips back towards your heels. And rest your forehead down on your mat. Curl your fingertips long, finding some length in your spine. And then kind of tune into your breath here. Sometimes throughout the day, we don't even realize we're breathing. So just bring some awareness to it. See if you can lengthen your inhales a little bit longer. And then lengthen your exhales as you let your breath go. If you practice your Ujjayi breath, or breathing in and out through your nose, you can try that now. So seal your lips to close and take a breath in through your nose. And then let it go out of your nose, keeping your lips sealed. And just trying to use this breath here as you practice, giving yourself something to focus on. Good. Start to make this child's pose a little more active. Crawl your fingertips forward so your elbows lift off of the mat. And then crawl your hands and your upper body over to your left, making like a C shape in your spine. So your hands can come off of your mat, over to the left, finding this nice long lateral bend along the right side of your body. Breathe into your right ribs, down through your right hip. Good, and crawl your fingertips back through the center. And then keep moving on over to your left. I'm sorry, you're right, the opposite way. Finding all this length along your left side. Good, then carefully bring your fingertips back through the middle. And as you breathe in, rise up onto your hands and knees for table pose. In your table pose, really spread out your fingers wide, pushing through your whole hands. Check that your knees are right underneath your hips and your shoulders are right over your wrists. And then as you exhale, start to push the mat away around your spine. Let your head hang. Gaze towards your feet or your knees. Cat pose. And then inhale, pulling your heart forward, letting your sitting bones lift. Cow pose. Exhale, rounding through your spine, connecting to your breath here. And then inhale, arching. Good. Start to flow here on your own. If you want to close your eyes to help you tune inward. Going at your pace. If you want to add in some hip circles or shoulder circles, whatever feels good this afternoon. Good. Take 3 more rounds here. Good. After your 3rd round, let's meet in a neutral table. So a nice long spine. And reach your right leg back, keeping your toes on the mat. And then extending your left arm forward. Good. Squeeze your low belly in and lift your right toes off the mat, our balancing table. See if you can get really long through your left hand back through your right foot. Breathe in and then exhale, round. Bring your elbow to your knee or close to it. Good. Inhale, lengthen back out, nice and slow. And then exhale, round, elbow to knee. One more, breathe in, stretch it long. And then exhale together. Inhale, lengthen back out. And then just lower your hand and knee down, back to table. Good, switching sides. Stretch your left leg back, toes on the mat to start. Reach your right arm forward like you're gonna shake someone's hand. Squeeze your low belly in and then lift your left toes. Finding length from your right hand back through your left foot. Breathe in, and then exhale around, elbow to knee, kiss them together. Inhale, stretch it back out. Exhale together. Good, one more. Get as long as you can, breathe in, and then exhale around. Good, inhale, lengthen back out, and then lower your hands and knees down. Good, from our table, walk your hands a handprint forward. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees and hips up and back, downward facing dog. In this first down dog, you can pedal through your legs, bending one knee, straightening the other. You want to send your hips side to side. Just kind of see what's going on today. Down dog can be our little check-in. And then find some stillness in your down dog. Give a check on your hands. Make sure they're shoulder width apart and your feet hips distance apart. And you want your hips as high as they can go. So if you want to bend your knees a little to help send your hips higher and your chest towards your thighs. Good. Take one more breath here. And then at the bottom of your exhale, walk or take a step to the top of your mat. Good, when you get there, inhale, lift yourself up halfway, fingertips to shins, a nice long spine. Exhale, fold it back down. Good, two more, just like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last one, breathe in a nice wide heart, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. We'll hang out here in this fold, so if you want to take your feet a little bit wider and grab opposite elbows for a ragdoll fold, and you can sway side to side. Good, let your head be heavy here. You can keep a pretty generous bend in your knees if that feels good. Good. If you have your elbows, gently let them go. We'll inhale, halfway lift one more time. Exhale, fold. This time as you breathe in, push into your feet, arms open wide, rise all the way to standing, lifting your fingertips high. And then exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana. Good, we're gonna just do 2 sunays to warm ourselves up here. So as you inhale, reach your fingers high. And then exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, plant your hands, we'll step back to high plank. Holding here, you can always lower down to your knees if that feels better. In our high plank, we want a nice long line. So our hips in line with our shoulders. Gaze towards the top edge of your mat. And then slowly, trying to stay in one straight line, lower yourself all the way down to your belly. Good, when you get there, bring your hands by your legs, your palms facing your legs. We're gonna keep our toes on the mat, and then inhale, lift your upper body, your head, your shoulders, your hands for this half locust. Good, exhale, lower it down. One more, just like that. Inhale, our half locust. Exhale, lower. Good, this time bring your hands by your low ribs so your elbows are bent and by your side. And we'll inhale for our back bend, just a little baby cobra, just a gentle push into your hands. Exhale, lower yourself down. Tuck your toes under, your knees can stay up or down to bring yourself back up to high plank. And then downward facing dog, meeting with our hips high. Taking 5 deep breaths here. Good. At the bottom of your exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top. And inhale, your heart lengthens, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, push into your feet, rise to standing, arms up high. And then exhale, Tadasana, arms by your side. Beautiful. One more, just like that. Inhale, lift your hands, maybe look up. Exhale, fold it on down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, stepping back, high plank. And then right away, we're going to lower ourselves down to our belly. Good. Inhale for cobra. Lift your heart, your shoulders, a gentle press. Exhale, lower. And then tucking your toes under, push yourself back up. High plank to downward facing dog. Good. 5 deep breaths here. Sending your chest back towards your thighs. Your arms right and long side of your elbow or your ears. At the bottom of your exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. This time as you exhale, fold it down. And then inhale, sit your hips back, chair pose. Arms lift overhead, or they can be straight out or at heart center in prayer. So in chair, make sure we can see our big toes. So if not, send your hips back a little further. Just moving and breathing here. Inhale, and then exhale, half chair. So kind of folding over our legs, sweeping your arms back, pinkies high. Good. Inhale, chair. Exhale, half chair. Arms glide back, pinkies high. One more. Breathe in, chair. And then exhale, half. Good. This time as you breathe in, rise to stand. Give your legs a break. Cactus your arms. Open your heart. Good. Inhale, back up. We're going to sit right back into chair one more time. This time as you bring your hands to heart center in prayer, take a big breath in, and then exhale, twist your left elbow outside of your right knee. Good. Breathing into your belly here. You're welcome to open your arms if that feels good, or keep them in prayer. Good. Slowly untwist yourself and just fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you're going to plant your hands and just step your left toes back. And then squeeze your low belly in. You can either crawl up your legs or lift your hands and rise high, crescent lunge. So our back heel is lifted, our hands up high. Really engage your whole arm. So fingertips spread wide, squeezing your muscles to your bone. If it feels okay, maybe look up and watch your hands touch. And then exhale, bring your hands down around your right foot. We're going to start to straighten your right leg as much as you can for kind of this long pyramid. So your right knee does not have to straighten all the way. You can have a little bend in it. If you have books to it or blocks, that might be a nice time to use those. Good. And it's all right. You can fold over your right leg, letting your head hang. Saying hi to those right hamstrings here. Good. As you inhale, start to bend back into your right knee. Look forward, and we're going to take a big step back to the top of your mat. Good. Once you get up there, inhale, your heart lengthens. Exhale, fold back down. Good. Sitting back into our chair here. Inhale, your hands high, hips back, knees bent. Same thing, just moving and breathing. Inhale, and then exhale, half chair, bending down, swinging your arms back, pinkies high. Good. Inhale, chair. Exhale, half chair. One more. Breathe it in. Lift your hands high. Exhale, half. Good. Inhale, straighten your legs. Give them a break. And then exhale, cactus your arms. Open your heart. Good. Inhale, your hands back up high. You're going to come right back into our chair. I'm going to turn around so I'm not for you. Bring your hands through heart center. Take a big breath in, and then exhale, twist your right elbow outside of your left knee. Good. Breathing into your belly here. If you opened your arms last time, feel free to do that on this side. Good. If your arms are open, bring them back together and carefully untwist yourself. Forward fold. Just let it all go. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, fold. This time we'll step your right leg back. Our right heel is lifted, and then you can either crawl up or lift your fingertips high. High crescent lunge. Awesome. Bending into your left knee, reaching your hands high, engage your whole arm, spread your fingers wide. If it feels okay, maybe look up and watch your hands touch. And then bring your hands down around your left foot. And start to straighten your left leg as much as it feels good for you. This long pyramid here. Folding over your left leg. Saying hi to your hamstrings on this side. Good. Start to bend back into your left knee. We'll take one more big step up to the top of your mat. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time we'll push into our feet, rise all the way to standing here. And then exhale, arms by your side, and we're going to take an interlace. So you can grab a towel if you have that at home, or interlacing your fingers, or a strap maybe. And then inhale, puff up your chest, roll your shoulders back. And then exhale, fold it forward. Letting your interlace come up and over your head. Good. If it feels okay, leaning a little bit of weight into your toes, so getting some of the way out of your heels. That might offer just some more sensation. Let your head hang heavy. Good. If you have your interlace or a towel, gently let that go. Bring your hands to the mat. Good. Inhale one more time, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank. And then let's just lift our hips to downward facing dog. Good. Maybe seeing some more space in your hamstrings after that little flow there. As you inhale, reach your right leg high and start to open your right hip, bend your right knee. You can roll your ankle around. Good. Straighten through your right leg. Square your hips back and step your right foot in between your hands. Good, ground your left heel. And then inhale, rise, warrior two. Turn around again. Good, so in our warrior two, we have a nice long stance. You can take up a lot of space on your mat here. Arms out wide, gazing over your front fingers. These look great, nice and strong. Flip your front palm forward as you inhale, reach forward, and then exhale, reverse warrior. Your legs stay the same, but lean your upper body back. Good, inhale, rise back up, warrior two, and then exhale, side angle. So you can rest your right elbow on your thigh, left arm alongside your ear. If you're comfortable here, you can bring your right hand inside of your right foot. But take what feels good. See if you can keep rolling your heart open. It's like your right ribs want to roll forward. Two more deep breaths here, using your breath to stay nice and calm. Good, inhale, push into your feet one more time, rise back up, warrior two, nice and strong. You got it. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down. We'll step back to high plank. And then you can choose either right to down dog, or if you would like to lower down halfway to your belly. And then inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog, meeting with your hips high. Beautiful, coming to our other side. So inhale, reach your left leg high. Bend your left knee, open your left hip. You could roll your ankle around. Straighten your left leg, square your left hip down. And then exhale, step your left foot between your hands. You can help it up there. Ground your right heel and then inhale, rise, warrior two. Then once you get up, you can always rearrange your feet if you want to take up more space. Do what feels good, what you need to do. Arms out, nice and strong, gaze over your front fingers. Inhale, flip your front palm, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Good. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. And then exhale, side angle. Resting your elbow on your thigh, your right arm alongside your ear. You're welcome to stay here or bring your left hand inside of your left foot. Good, wherever you choose, keep rolling your heart open. Good, nice big push back into your feet, rise back up, warrior two. So strong. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Stepping back to high plank. And then your journey to down dog. However you want to get there. You can lower down. And then inhale for your back bend. Exhale, meeting with our hips high. Good. Start to crawl your hands back towards your feet to the edge of your mat. Good, bring your hands to your hips, and with a nice flat back, rise all the way to stand. Beautiful, we're gonna do a little balancing, and I'm gonna face you guys just so you can see what's going on. So let's start with our big toes together, knees out, or heels a little bit apart. And then inhale, sit back into our chair pose just for a second. We're gonna come into eagle. So balancing on your left leg, start to bring your right leg up and around. You could use it as a little kickstand, balancing, or maybe the double wrap. Once you have your legs, since our right leg is on top, our right arm under, you can give yourself a hug, one wrap, or maybe two for our eagle. See if you can sink a little bit deeper in your legs. Lift your elbows higher. And then try and pull your thumbs away from your face. Breathing here. These look awesome. Slowly start to unwind your legs. We're going to keep our arms. And then inhale, lift your hands a little higher. And then exhale, we're going to come to a forward fold with our eagle arms. So if you want to keep a bend into your knees and trying to bring your fingertips to your mat. When I do this, I feel like when my belly gets all squished up, I can really send my breath into my upper back. So see if you can take some deep breaths into your upper back here. Good, keeping your arms as they are. Push into your feet, start to rise back up. And then when you get up, let your arms go. You can shake it out a little. All right, and then we'll get ready for the other side. So start with big toes together, a little space between your heels. Inhale, sit back into your chair. Good, standing on your right leg now. Start to pick up your left. You can cross with a little kickstand, balance, maybe the double. Since your left leg is on top, your left arm goes under this time for eagle. Finding something to stare at. See if you can sink a little bit deeper in your legs. Lift your elbows high and thumbs away from your face. Beautiful. Slowly start to undo your legs. Keep your arms. Take a breath and lift your fingertips high. And then exhale, fold it back down, this eagle forward fold. Keeping a nice bend in your knees if that feels good. You can even take your feet a little further apart. That might be nice too. And again, see if you can breathe into your upper back here, like in between your shoulder blades. Good, keeping your arms as they are. Push into your feet, rise back up to stand. When you get to the top, let it all go, shake it out. Awesome, that looks so nice. I can't tell where you are, but if you're not at the top of your mat, take a step up there. Good, and then inhale, lift your arms high. And exhale, swan dive it forward, forward fold. Beautiful, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back again, just like before. We're gonna lower your left knee, and then inhale, rise our low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good, so we're sinking into our hips a little bit, and then just like our high lunge, our arms are nice and engaged. Spread your fingers wide. Start to bring your right thumb to your right hip crease here, kind of hooking it in there. And then inhale, reach your left arm high. And then exhale, twist your left elbow outside of your right knee. And then bring your hands back into prayer. Good, you're welcome to stay here with your knee down, or if you want to tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Just adds a little balance here. And then you can stay here, or if you want to open your arms at all, take what feels good for you. Good, slowly untwist yourself. And we're gonna bring both of our hands to the inside of our right foot. So you can kind of heel toe your right foot to the right edge of your mat. And then lower your left knee down here for lizard. So lizard, there's lots of options. You can stay here. You can come onto your forearms. You can also kind of roll to the pinky toe side of your foot. So play around with what feels good for you. And you are welcome to stay where you are. If you want a little quad stretch, you can come back up onto your palms and then start to bend your left knee. Reach around with your right hand and grab your left foot. This could be a lot, so even just like bending your knee and kind of being here might be enough. Take what feels good. Don't feel like you have to do something if it doesn't feel good. Good. If you have that quad stretch, gently let it go. We're going to come back to our palms. Start to tuck your left toes under. Lift your left heel. We're going to send our hips high to help us take a big step to the top of our mat. And we're going to come into Malasana, this wide squat here. So we've really opened up our right side of our hip with that. So this pose might feel kind of lopsided, just something to notice. We will do it again once we even ourselves out. Good, start to plant your hands down. Lift your hips high. Good, we're gonna inhale, lift your heart halfway again. Exhale, fold. This time step your right toes back. Lower your right knee. And then inhale, Anjaneyasana, our low lunge. Good. Sending your hips forward. Engage those arms, fingers wide. Start to bring your left thumb to your left hip crease. Inhale, reach your right arm high. And then exhale, twist right elbow outside of left knee. And then hands into prayer. You got it. You can stay here with your right knee down. Or if you want to tuck your toes under, lift your back knee. And then if you open your arms on the other side, open them here. Breathing into your belly. Good. Carefully unwind yourself. Untwist yourself. Bring your both hands inside of your left foot. You can heel toe your left foot out to the left edge of your mat. Lower your right knee down here for lizard. So lots of options here. You can stay here. You can come onto your forearms. If you want to come to the the left pinky toe side. Find what feels good. For me, this pose is a lot tighter on this side, so it might not be the same from left to right, but that's okay. Just something to notice. Good, you can stay where you are, or if you took that quad stretch, if you like that, start to bend your back knee, your right knee. Reach around with your left hand. You can be here or maybe grab the foot, pull it in. Good, if you have your foot, carefully let that go. We're gonna tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee, send your hips high. We're gonna step again, nice and wide to the top of your mat for Malasana, that squat pose. Hopefully this time feeling a little more even. So wherever you are, try to lengthen through your spine, send the crown of your head high. Good, and then gently lower your hands down, send your hips high, and then we're just gonna come back to down dog. So just stepping your way back there. Seeing as we go along where you're making some space, maybe feeling a little bit stronger. And then inhale, reach your right leg high. And then exhale, bring your right knee towards your right wrist for half pigeon here. And then if this is too much, you can always come down onto your back. for a supine pigeon. And then inhale, lengthen out through your spine, make some space here, nice and tall. And then exhale, you can start to fold yourself forward to wherever feels good. And let your head be heavy. Start to bring yourself back upright. You're going to tuck your back toes under. We'll just step right back to downward facing dog. And then coming right to the other side. So inhale, reach your left leg high. And then exhale your left knee by your left wrist. Good. Inhale, make some space, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, fold it on down. Breathing into your hips. See if you're clenching your jaw or your eyebrows. Try and let that go. I know that's easier said than done. And carefully start to bring yourself back upright. We'll step back just into our last down dog here. Our hips nice and high. Good, and then gently lower your knees onto the mat. And then just sit back and swing your legs out in front of you for some sitting forward fold. So let's start with your left leg straight out in front of you. And your right foot in like tree pose here. Good. As you take a breath in, reach your arms high. And then exhale, fold yourself forward. You can grab onto your shin, ankle, foot, whatever you can reach. Think about getting the top crown of your head towards your foot. Good. Slowly start to roll yourself back up. Then just switching sides here. So right leg out straight in front of you, left leg in. Inhale, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, fold it forward. Keeping your right toes flexed towards you. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Then we're going to come all the way down onto our backs here. So slowly roll yourself down. When you get there, you can bring both knees in, giving yourself a hug, rocking side to side. Good, and then gently lower your feet to the mat. And we're gonna come into a supine Baddha Konasana. So start to spread your knees out wide, bringing the soles of your feet together. And then maybe resting one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. We're gonna take some deep breaths here. So see if you can close your eyes if you're comfortable and start to take a big breath. Feel the breath come into your belly first, And then up through your chest. And then as you exhale, see if you can feel your chest lower and then your belly squeeze in. Good, taking another one just like that. Inhale, feel your hand rise on your belly first. And as it travels up through your chest. And then exhale the opposite, letting your chest fall and your belly lower in. Good, feel free to take a few of those on your own here. Good, after you finish your last one, use your hands to help bring your knees back through center. We're going to pull them back into our chest. And then you send your arms out like a T, your palms facing up. And then both knees over to your right for a supine twist here. Good. Inhale your knees back through the middle. And then keep them moving over to your left. Good. Inhale your knees back to the center. If there's anything else you want, like a happy baby, maybe lifting your legs up, whatever would feel good here. And when you are ready, Shavasana is all yours. So letting your legs spread out long, arms by your side, palms facing up. Our final resting pose here, letting your body soak up all of your hard work, giving yourself some rest. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrists and your ankles. If you want to take a good morning stretch, reaching all the way up over your head, down through your toes. And then when you're ready, rolling to one side, pausing there. And then slowly and carefully make your way up to a comfortable seat. So thank you guys so much for joining me.